It's about 1:15 now. Winds are starting to gust pretty good. Got up to about 6.8 knots. And then go ahead and put a reef in the main. Still doing about 5.5 now. Checking the radar. Looks like there's a storm to the north of us by Milwaukee. Hopefully it'll go north, but I'm keeping my eye on it. Might have to turn around and go in early if it starts to head south. Well, we're just around 4 miles straight out of the harbor. I think I'll go ahead and tack, head back in a little bit. Keep an eye on that storm, see what it's going to do. 125, I went ahead and tacked, heading back in, take a little bit look at that storm. Looks like it is turning a little south, so it could head out to the lake, pass north, or it looks like it could still come down here. So I think I'll head in and be closer to land and see what happens. So that's about 1:45. Wind seems to have slacked off a little bit. Looks like, according to the radar, that there's some moisture in the air above Waukegan ahead of us. But I see blue sky also just beyond it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Don't know if all that's coming south a little bit or just pass over us. Guess we'll see. Well, winds look like they've died down a little bit. It's about 7-knot winds right now. So I think I can take the reef out of the main. Perhaps the rain never hit the ground because on radar it looks like it's right above me, but it's not raining. And to the west it does look clear. So maybe we'll get to stay out a little bit longer. That's 2:05. Some light sprinkles going on right now. It looks like it's actually going to pass over without much of a issue. So I'm going to see if I can stay out a little bit longer. That's 2:15. Whatever that little bit of rain was seems to have passed out to the east. Got some blue skies now out west. Winds seem to have died down quite a bit though. I'm only doing about 2.5 knots. Well, it's 2:25. The wind's just picked up nicely. We went from about 2 knots to 5 knots. Or I went from 2 knots to 5 knots. Waves are in the 2 to 3 foot range right now. 5 knots, about 3.3 miles south of Waukegan Marina. Wind's picked up a little bit. It was down to about 4 knots, now it's back up to 5 knots. Heading into the waves, a little bit of wave action going on. the harbor right there. Heading south, 5.2 knots. Gonna turn around, tack, head back towards the harbor now. That's about 3:15. Tack, heading back in towards the harbor. Winds picked up a little bit. Going between about 6 knots now. Had the rail in the water a little bit there. That's 3:45, almost the beam of the harbor. Coming up to the 2 channel markers. Going about 5 knots. On the Broadreach. Well, it's about 6:50. Wind just picked up nicely. We're doing about 6.5 knots now. Just past the number 1 channel marker into Waukegan. And I guess it's time to turn on the engine. Grab the sails and head in. 4:07. Got the sails down, motors on, ready to head right into the harbor.